everybody. Welcome to the Chad Prather Show. It is Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. We got plenty to get into today. We're going to have a little fun along the way. I guarantee it. Make sure that you are hitting the like button. Hit that little thumbs up down there and subscribe to the YouTube or the Rumble channel. Do both. Leave us a 5-star rating and a review down where podcasts are offered. Make sure that you are commenting. Get in the chat. Let me see you, man. Let me see you. You know, I always do the opening monologue, and it's the one that people don't see. Just start doing the monologue at the end. Do it like Jerry Springer. Get all crazy, and then Jerry would come out with something, you know, something wise to say at the end about how rednecks shouldn't burn their trailers down. Nobody jumps on. The people, it takes them like 15 minutes to get on the show. But here we are. I'm still going to do the monologue. You know why? Set your alarm. That's what you got to do. Tons of stuff going on in our world. You think Trump's going to get a Nobel Prize? Nobel Peace Prize. I think he deserves it. I would love to hear what you have to say in the chat. I really do think he does. I mean, the dude is ending 6 wars in 6 months. Pretty impressive. I mean, nobody, even Stephen A. Smith said nobody in any administration he can remember has done more to end wars than Donald Trump. He is a man of peace. I think you can't argue that. Trump says that he wants to go to heaven. He thinks by saving lives, maybe that'll get him in there. We can talk about that in a little bit. But here's one thing I think that you need to know, that you got to know. And if you want to hear about heaven, you can, and how to get there, you need to be joining me in the mornings at 8, 7 Central for Before the Noise. Make sure you're sharing those. That's important stuff. We're having a good time. Give me 10 minutes of your time every morning, and I don't think you'll regret it. But here's something I want to get into. You know, there's this one thing that every conservative, and I think that's the majority of you, every conservative needs to understand. And if we forget it, well, I think the whole movement collapses. And we're maybe moving forward, but we're still very divided right now. Here's what I want to bring us back to and see if we can all make this kind of an anchor in our soul. And that is the fact that freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. Ronald Reagan said it. It wasn't just a catchy phrase for a campaign speech. It was a warning. It was a reminder that liberty and freedom isn't some kind of permanent fixture in the human story. That's a fragile flame. It's got to be guarded. It's got to be fed. It's got to be passed down. And if you ever get lazy, if we ever assume that America's greatness is guaranteed, that, let me tell you, that flame can go out in an instant. And there's people out there who really do want it to go out. Like, they are really mad when they see America do well. And so we really need to stop today and remind ourselves, because when you look at history, what you see is that freedom is the exception and not the rule. Tyranny has always been the easy road. The strong dominating the weak, the kings, the emperors, the dictators that are deciding what you can say, what you can believe, how you can live. That's the default setting of human history. And the reason we get there is because people are easy to rely on the powers that be in order to give them what they need for life. It never works out that way. America was the great experiment. We dared to declare that rights don't come from kings or governments, but they come from God himself. That's a radical idea in history. That's why this country has been different. That's why the American story has unleashed more prosperity and more innovation and more human flourishing than any other system in history. But here's the thing. Every empire, every civilization thought it would last forever. Rome thought so. The British Empire thought so. Greece thought so. And here we are sitting in a nation that sometimes acts like freedom is our birthright and automatic and unquestioned, but it's not. It's absolutely conditional. It depends on what we do right now today in our generation to determine what comes in the days ahead, because liberty is like a muscle. You don't exercise it, it atrophies, it falls apart. If you don't defend it, it disappears. That's why conservatism matters, because at its core, conservatism isn't just about tax rates or court appointments. It's about stewardship, and it's a stewardship of values, of truth, of family, of faith, of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. We're not here to invent some brand new utopia. We're here to guard and pass down the inheritance that was bought with blood. You know, the founders, they pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor so that their children wouldn't have to live under tyranny. The soldiers at Valley Forge froze so their grandchildren could worship freely. The men who stormed Normandy knew they might never come home, but they went anyway so that liberty could endure. And now the question is, what are we going to do with that inheritance? Because every time we shrug when schools teach our kids that America's evil, and every time we look the other way when government agencies trample constitutional rights, or every time we get too busy or too tired or too distracted to speak up, that's when the flame of liberty is going to flicker. And the truth is, the people who hate freedom, you can see them. You can jump on the internet. You could see them. They never stop. They don't sleep. They just chip away little by little. Take it to they take the ballot box. You look at that. You take that whole mail-in voting, ballot harvesting, unaccountable machines. We're told it's progress. But every step that happens, that weakens election integrity. It weakens the voice of the people. You look at free speech. We're censored online. We're silenced in the workplace. We're shamed in schools. You get arrested if you say the wrong thing at a school board meeting. If you don't defend it, you're going to lose it, folks. So the reason Ronald Reagan's words matter so much is because they force us to think generationally. It's not just about your comfort or your paycheck or your retirement account. It's about your kids, your grandkids, and the America they're going to grow up in. Are they going to inherit the same freedom you were given? How many of you missed the 80s? I missed the 80s, man. Was it perfect? No, but I miss it. Look how much, with all the, quote, progress, look at all the stuff we've lost. What are they going to grow up in? Are they going to grow up in a nation where government is their God, where the Constitution is a relic, and where liberty is just a memory? And here's where it gets very real. Every generation has to answer that question for itself. You and I can't outsource this. We can't assume somebody else is going to fight the battles for us. It's on us to speak up, to stand firm, to raise children who know what truth is and why it matters. It's on us to vote with wisdom, to challenge corruption, call out hypocrisy, to refuse to sit quietly while America erodes. Because if we don't, we're handing our children chains instead of freedom. And I will say this, conservatism can't afford to be passive anymore. I mean real conservatism. So, because too often we've been polite while the other side's been relentless and ruthless. We've been quiet while they've marched through our institutions. We've tried to keep the peace while they waged war on our history and our faith and our families, the Constitution. So I say enough is enough. And I think you'll agree with me there in the chat. I'd love to see those American flags. Because if freedom is truly only one generation away from extinction, then don't let it be ours. Not on our watch. Don't let it be in our time when the flame dies. So I give you this charge before we get into it. Teach your children the truth. Take the time to teach your children the truth. Speak it out loud, even when it's unpopular. Pray with them. Live as though freedom depends on you, because it does. And don't wait for Washington to fix itself. Fix yourself. Fix your home. Fix your community. Don't assume the media is going to tell the truth. They're not. You speak the truth yourself. Don't expect schools to form your children, because they're not. You disciple them yourself. That's what stewardship looks like. That's what personal responsibility looks like. That's what conservatism really is. And when people say, why does this matter? Why fight so hard? Why don't you just shut up? Why do you get into politics? I liked you back before you got political. Here's the answer. Because freedom is worth it. Because truth is worth it. Because your children and mine deserve to inherit more than the debt and the lies. They deserve to inherit liberty. And if we're that generation that forgets, then we're the generation that freaking loses it all. So remember this, folks. Freedom isn't permanent. It isn't guaranteed. It's got to be fought for, defended, and handed down every single day, every single generation. And Reagan was right. The choice is ours. Either we preserve the flame or we watch it go out. And as for me, not on my watch, baby. Not in my generation, not with my platform, as long as I got a voice to speak. The fight for liberty isn't behind us. It's right here, right now, and it's worth every single thing we got. Yeah. My friends over at Allied Oilfield, they sent me they got their little catalog here, AlliedOilfield.com. Look at all the stuff they got. Their treater trucks. Man, look at that. Hot oil units. I need new one. Pump trucks. They're the industry leaders, the industry standard. They created a lot of this stuff that the oil and gas industry now relies on. If you're in the trucking industry or oil and gas, go in the winch trucks. Look at that thing, man. They got the well service equipment. If you're only, go check them out, AlliedOilfield.com. And they can do equipment refurbs. Look at that, baby. Ooh, look at that before and after, daddy. Bam. Looking good. They also sent me some merch. Look how good those hats look. Allied Oilfield right there. Even got a little Texas flag on the side. Let's unfold that so you can get it in all of its glory. Bam! Looks good. Send me some stuff. Maybe we'll do some giveaways. We'll give away some Allied Oilfield stuff. What do you think about that in the chat? Go check them out if you think we should. Go to AlliedOilfield.com, AlliedOilfield.com. If you're an engineer, if you're in the trucking industry, you're in the oil and gas industry, go see what they're all about, AlliedOilfield.com. All right. Oh, we're going to have a good time with this fella today. Let's bring him on, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Party Steve.
Hey, I was just thinking Allied Oil could be written right above my head.
Allied Oil. From the Allied Oilfield.
My address. They got to have my address because I will wear their hats.
Yeah, I got them for you, buddy. They sent us some. They sent some shirts and everything.
Oh, I like that. I like shirts, too.
Yeah, they got stuff. The Allied Oil. Who is, you know who's texting me right now?
Allied Oil?
Mexican Tony.
Mexican Tony from Dear America.
Mexican Tony. He's falling for it, Steve.
What is he falling for?
Well, first of all, if someone sends you a deal that says Chad Prather, and you're questioning whether or not it's me, the profile picture shouldn't say Trace Adkins private chat right here in the profile picture. Come on, Tony.
Yeah.
Trace Adkins' new private chat, but Chad Prather. And he said, is this you before I respond to it? Why, Tony? I'm calling you out, Tony.
I can't believe that because I get the same messages every day. They're saying, hey, is this the real Chad? Why do you got to? Don't even ask. It's not.
It's not.
He's not opening any new pages. If he did, you're going to get them.
You'll find out on the old pages.
Social medias. You got too many pages as it is.
Yeah.
Look, I feel off-centered or something. Am I not?
You are.
Oh, you know why?
Because you've been moving. Because your head's crooked.
My head's crooked. My body aches. All that kind of stuff. I was not centered.
We'll give everybody a little.
Am I centered now? Is that better?
Japanese seizure, right? A little anime.
What do you got? You got some fancy lights?
Not real fancy. They're just like some stuff that you go to a rave with. When it's dark. You know what I mean?
I don't go to raves anymore.
Why? Have you ever been to a rave?
I've been to. I don't know if it's actually a rave or not, but I've been to something very similar down in Perth, Australia.
Oh,
I
yeah?
felt like it was a rave.
Yeah? Watch this.
Been a few years ago.
Watch what I can do here.
30 some odd years ago. If that was a rave.
Watch this. Boom. There it is. There we go. Now we're in a rave, baby. Wow.
Yeah, so everyone listening's not getting this.
They're not getting it, no.
Of you doing a rainbow dance in the dark.
Yeah, we got the little rainbow deals, little wappy bats doing it in the dark. Put some light back on the subject. Hey, we're back. All right. And there's party favors for party foul.
All my stuff's off center too, but it's okay.
Can we go ahead and show them what happened to you yesterday, or do we want to wait?
I don't care. I think we should start it off so they'll know why that I'm wearing the shirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Because this is a normal shirt.
Why are you wearing that shirt?
Because it covers up something that happened yesterday.
Okay, so this is Steve's garage. I want you to watch the front of the Party Foul Jeep there. Yes, he's got a Party Foul Jeep. This is Steve's garage. When's the last time those weights got lifted over there in the corner?
A couple of days ago. I started a morning routine.
All right.
I'm trying.
Bobby Kennedy and Pete Hegseth got to you.
Yeah, they did. They actually really did. And Bobby Kennedy is getting to me more and more all the time because he
works out in his blue jeans.
Well, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah. All right. Here's Steve. Look at the front of the Jeep. Here we go. Steve's garage. Play the clip.
Ouch. Yeah, because I knew I was going down and I had to just go with it because I was faulting over. I have a bench. I have a bench over there, work bench. It's where I do my gunsmithing and stuff. I was carrying. I had arms full of stuff, and then the chair is like one of those bar height chairs in front of the workbench, and it had my tool belt on it, which weighs a lot. And I thought I was going to sit on the edge of that thing, and it weighted, and it fell over. I fell. I went with it, and I fell against the tire, the bumper, the fender. and I woke up sore. My back sore, my shoulder sore. I'm just getting too old to be doing
Look at that
any
face,
multitasking at all.
Look at that face. Ah! And what's funny is when you get up, you go, ouch.
Yes.
So what were you doing? Gunsmithing?
Yeah.
Because you got
then
your little...
I look out my garage to make sure none of my neighbors heard me scream like a girl, because it did hurt. So I had to put on this morning when I got up. I was like, man, the back, you know how my back goes and feel. So I had to put on this, like, it's a back support thing. So I threw this shirt over it. So you can't see it because it goes right here. Kind of holds my shoulders back, but it has a real stiff piece of plastic right up the middle of my back just to keep, it's going to be tender for a day or two.
Yeah, I can see that it is. You're tender. You are tender.
Yeah, that was yesterday's events. And I wish I would have had I need to angle that camera, I guess, better so that it would have been better if it caught all of it. But
you know how it would have been better. You know how you talk about people with big foreheads.
Yeah,
like I have a big forehead, but specifically women with big foreheads.
Do I talk about that a lot?
You mention it. Yeah. You mention it.
Well,
you're
if
like
I see
that.
a big forehead,
You're like,
I am going to point it out.
If you're like questioning, okay, is this person pretty? He's like, well, she's got a big forehead. Yeah. You say two things. You're like either that or she's got too many, or she's got two, or either that. Wayne's World.
Look at the graphics on that. That's insane.
Amazing,
look at that. Man, David Medina, you are awesome.
That's amazing right there. Look at that. This is why you got to watch this show. That's why you got to watch it instead of that's fantastic, dude. Wayne's World.
Make a whole video of going, ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm surprised I didn't drop any F-bombs because I hadn't even heard it because I wasn't even listening to it. I just played the video last night for you and Tony and my Tony.
Yeah.
I was like, kind of, it was one of those things. It's kind of embarrassing, but it was too funny not to share because I did laugh. I laughed after it happened too.
That's funny.
And I didn't even think about it being caught on camera until 8 or 9 hours later.
All right, that's 20 minutes we've talked about you falling down. That's enough. That's enough, Steve. It's enough. I want to get back to the forehead thing because there's a woman online. I'm going to call her Mega Mind because she's talking about MAGA men. Play this clip. This girl, her head's so big she can't even keep her eyes straight. Watch this clip right here.
We truly are not bullying MAGA men as much as we should. Because what do you mean you're scared of cities? Cities? Like downtown? You're scared of that? You're supposed to be the protectors, right? Aren't you all the one pushing the gendered bullshit that men have to protect women? What are you protecting us from? I strap my toddlers into a car and drive them downtown literally weekly and think nothing of it. But you, my guy, won't go within a 5-mile radius without your Glock and being strapped up?
That's correct.
I think we should be bullying them more. That seems like snowflake shit to me. These big, strong men get their stats from Fox News and think that crime has overridden these areas and the police are getting beat up. No, they're not. I literally went to the farmer's market downtown 2 weeks ago. It was fine.
At 2 o'clock in the morning?
The widow guy is...
didn't. You can go anywhere in broad daylight because you'll blind them off the forehead. Sun hitting your forehead. You won't go in the middle of the night.
If you come down a couple of comments underneath this post that she did, this is classic right here. Come on down Come on down one more. Look at that. She said, I made my move. Sure. Like if you watch that video a few times, if you watch it slow enough and pay attention to her eyes, she's got that one eye that's fishing while the other one's digging worms. Like it doesn't even They don't stay in alignment with each other. Every now and then, one of them will just kind of jettison off to its own. There went one. There it goes.
So she's going to the farmer's market, and that's the safest time you could ever go.
Well, here's the thing. So, again, this is one of those deals. I don't have to break this idiocy down for you psychologically, but that's one of those things where you're going to interpret the entire world based on your own personal experience. Okay, so it's never happened to you. I mean, you've also never driven a minivan underneath a car that was being driven underneath a truck that was being pulled by an illegal. But it did happen on the Florida Turnpike, right? So just because it didn't happen to you, there are 100 ambushes on police every single year. I mean, there's a statistical fact. There are murders, there are homicide rates, there are violent crimes, there is rapes. I mean, those things are statistical truths. But honey, just because it didn't happen to you and your billboard forehead doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Look at that thing. You could land that plane right there on that. Here we go. Bring it in. Bring it in. Oh. There's the new Air Force One right there on her dome. Look at this girl. What a frontal lobe this kid's got. She should take the watermelon challenge. She should take the watermelon challenge, Steve. Oh, we're messing this all up for you, David. Go ahead and do the watermelon challenge. Pull that thing up. This is what she needs in her life. Right here, she needs the watermelon challenge. Please tell me you got that clip ready, David. Please, do you have it?
Yeah, I got to transfer it to Telegram. Give me a sec.
All right, hang on.
It's coming. But back to the girl talking about strapping her toddlers in. That's not where I thought she was going with strapping.
Yeah, she's strapped some
I thought
things
she
in.
was strapping her tatas in.
Yeah, there's a lot of surface area on that chick.
Yeah.
I mean, between her forehead and the other flesh expressions that were there.
Is that because her moms pulled their hair back so tight when they were kids?
I don't think. No, that's not the shape of that head. But sometimes they do get pretty severe with those ponytails pulling back.
Especially
It
if
causes
they're
that
like
receding
cheerleaders
hairline.
and stuff like that. They got to pull them. They got to pull that hair all the way back. They tighten it up.
All right, play the clip. Here we go. Language.
Sit at home. Watermelon challenge.
Don't look at me.
Look at me. You look at me.
Niggas fake. We gonna count it out. Pull up.
See it.
It is exactly what you think it is. Here we go. Bam. He murdered her. He murdered her.
And you know what? That's not a chick. That's a boy wearing because he thought he was protecting his clothes from the watermelon thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a chick or not.
I think it's a dude, little dude.
Little boy. Well, they just knocked his brains out. That girl could have handled that watermelon, though, that liberal woman. If somebody invites you to do a watermelon challenge, don't do it, okay? Don't do it. All right, Trump has struck a deal. I know this was on the front of everybody's mind. With Honduras and Uganda to deport illegal aliens to their countries from the U.S. includes illegals who are not citizens of those countries. I'd love to see what you think about that.
Gives them a place. What are they doing? Are they providing them a place to live? Do they want people in their country? Are they going to lock them up when they're there? And are we going to be paying for them to be in prison there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't want to be paying for, if they're going to be imprisoned in another country, I do not want to, unless it's a lot cheaper, I guess. But we shouldn't be paying for them to be imprisoned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they should be in prison, but how do they, just because they're a prisoner here and they get sent there, are they still a prisoner?
Well, here's what somebody said. They said, how will the U.S. ensure these deported individuals are safe? What about those that aren't citizens of Honduras or Uganda? Are they supposed, where are they supposed to go? Are we solving immigration challenges or just shifting the burden? Yeah.
I don't know about your experience in Honduras, but when I was there, outside of every single store, there was two guys, both of them with shotguns standing in front of the stores as like guards.
That's most of the places in the world. Yeah, that's most of the places in the world. My experience in Honduras was I had a translator with one arm because somebody had a grievance against him and walked into the bar one night with a machete and took care of it. But we'll see. I mean, and then you got this guy who says, I don't like that. Send them to their own countries, not a random one where they'll only be marginalized. Let's make sure we're kind to them. I mean, forget the fact that they came. Again, we're talking about the deportation of criminals. I mean, again, you're talking about the worst, some of the worst of the worst. And yes, they're not just going to dump them off the plane. They're not just, I mean, they were driving the bus up in San Diego and just opening the door and they were just running everywhere. They were running the boats up in La Jolla on the beach and they were just running everywhere. I mean, we just turn them loose.
But apparently they go to California, Washington, get driver's license, even if they can't read English.
That's right.
Or
know what a street sign is. You can get a CDL.
Yeah. That's such BS in this country. We need to claim that English is our primary language. I mean, it needs to be.
Well, we did do that. Trump did do that.
And that's in law, or is that?
It's an executive order.
Okay. So what needs to happen now is everything. If you can't speak English, if you can't read English for a driver's license, come on.
Well, my thing there with all these bleeding hearts, and the point that I'm trying to make is all of these guys that are saying, oh, well, but what's going to happen to them now? Well, it's not my responsibility to be compassionate towards, or to deal with the secure well-being of a person who's here illegally. Like, you came here illegally. There's consequences for that. What we do with you next, when you come here illegally, when you break our laws, that's our business. But again, you got all these bleeding hearts who have never been out of the country, never been anywhere, never seen the rest of the world, have no clue what they're talking about. And you're like, oh, what do we got to take care of? No, we don't. This isn't Martha's Vineyard. We're not baking them cookies and putting them on a bus and waving goodbye and crying like they were our little 24-hour visitors.
If you go to another country to go live, you better expect to learn the language.
Real quick, you're going to learn it.
There's a reason why these libtard elites are moving to countries where English is one of the primary languages. They're not moving to China. They're not moving to Russia. They're not moving to Indonesia. They're going to countries where they can still talk the language.
Yeah. All right. FBI Director Kash Patel has announced Operation Restore Justice, resulting in the arrest of over 200 individuals involved in child sex operations across 55 FBI field offices, rescuing 115 children and declaring, if you harm our children, you'll be given no sanctuary.
How many of those are on the Epstein list?
You in that Epstein list, dude.
Okay, Epstein file. I won't call it a list anymore. File.
Again, it's Epstein list, Epstein file, Epstein anything. The bottom line is it's not that exhaustive.
Yeah. Well, I just have a hard time believing that.
Steve, Steve, stop talking. Everybody that's ever sex trafficked a child is not on the Epstein list. I mean, you're talking about thousands upon thousands of people.
What I'm saying is they recentered their focus away from it because there's nothing on it.
Well, I don't know what you can trust anymore. I mean, the whole deal is I don't know what you can trust anymore. It's been through too many hands. Yeah. So are they on the Epstein list? We'll never know. Who knows?
I mean, is this a play by them to get us away from that they're doing? It's great they're arresting people. They're doing things. I get that.
Well, this is something that's got to be done. Is it a play to get our mind off of it? Well, whether it is or not, this is something that's got to be done.
Because where are all the so-called Hollywood elites that are involved in it? It's not.
I mean,
either they're not or they're leaving it alone.
But here's my bigger thing on all of that. And this is what I don't know why I can't get through to people when I'm trying to explain this deal. I want to know who harms children as much as anybody. I want them all held accountable, whether you're on Epstein list or your cousin Charlie's. I don't care whose list you're on. I don't care. If you hurt a child, you should be held accountable for that. So I don't need an Epstein list to know that there's pedos in Hollywood. I don't need there are people who do know who are breaking those laws and harming those people. So whether it's an Epstein list, which we do need to know who did things, you can't tell me that there's not evidence, whether you get a true Epstein list or not. You can't tell me that there's not evidence out there of people, whether they were associated with Epstein or whatever, that we don't have evidence that those people did these things. And we can't bring some charges on all of them. So this is great, but I agree with you on the point that I don't want a distraction from the other thing. But child trafficking and child abuse and sex trafficking and all of those things and pedophilia, MAPS, all these crappy names they're trying to use to call it that. Every bit of that is going on, and it's way bigger than Jeffrey Epstein was.
Yeah, it just kind of goes back to Maxwell's in prison for a reason, and there were victims. Who were those people? There has to be somebody has to be charged to make them a victim.
She's in prison for trafficking people to Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
Nobody else.
And that's it. Nobody
That's why she's in prison. Now, I'm not saying that that's true, but that is the charge that put her in prison. Okay? For what she did bringing people to Jeffrey Epstein, not other people.
Well,
does that make sense?
Good on the FBI for doing their thing against them then.
But obviously there's got to be evidence out there for others. And I want to know as bad as anybody. I got some Riri online yesterday who says, Chad posts his prayers on social media, but he doesn't talk about the Epstein list anymore. I'm like, you know what?
Talk about it every day.
Every day, every freaking day. I mean, we want to know. We want to know. But anyway, let's play the clip of Cash here. Let's see what he says on this thing.
Our children. If you harm our children, you will be given no sanctuary. There is no place we will not come to hunt you down. There is no place we will not look for you. And there is no cage we will not put you in should you do harm to our children. The prioritization of this administration and General Bondi has made it abundantly clear to child predators, you will be hunted down and you will be prosecuted.
There's no
And that
place.
is a refreshing thing to hear for the men and women who do this work tirelessly. And it's also an acknowledgement of the safety that we look forward to bringing America.
Let's keep track of this. Let's keep a track.
No place except for
her desk.
Yeah.
Where the files supposedly were that she had on her desk at that point in time. Did you see? So you remember the Yosemite trans person that hung the flag up there?
Some carry hate. We carry the.
Yeah, got fired.
What they get fired for?
Doing that right there.
Oh. You have to understand, I don't hate them. I think it's hilarious.
Well, the actual park director, which you see there on the left, she fired him, and her reason was here you go. So 35 Dr. Shannon Jocelyn was fired. That's a dude, by the way. Got fired from his dream job for practicing his First Amendment right. Well, did you though? Hung the trans flag on El Capitan. Scroll down a little bit more and read about
you're expressing your First Amendment right on company time, on company property.
Right.
It's,
and your company property is federal land. Come all the way back down. Come back down to the bottom up right there. The acting deputy superintendent, Danica Globakar, said Jocelyn failed to demonstrate acceptable conduct by displaying the flag. That's true.
Oh, on her own time, though. Hung the flag on their own time.
But on federal property.
Yeah.
Federal property. You climbed up on a national park and hung basically a protest flag and went up there and did it.
Yeah.
But isn't that the same chick right there?
I don't know. I thought at first I kind of thought it was the same.
Scroll back just a couple of seconds. That going up the mountain, that looked like that looked right there in the green. Is that not not that one?
No.
That one right there. That one right there. Is that not the same chick that the superintendent? What? Is that the same chick? Wait a minute.
Surely not. Surely not.
No, come on. There's even a better picture of that. That's the same jawline. What the hell's going on?
That would be kind of strange. Shouldn't she have to fire herself?
Let's scroll a little bit more.
Or maybe
No. We're all wrong. That one. That's the one that got fired. That's the act. I was wrong. Okay. So not the man. This one, Shannon. Not that one. That one didn't get fired. The gay one. This one on the left. She got fired. I see now.
Why did she get fired?
She's the one who hung the flag. She climbed up there and hung the flag.
Well,
she's non-binary. Oh. Reading comprehension helps. This is why I'll never be a part of the mainstream media. I suck at this. This is horrible. I just want to make fun of the gays. But hey, Super Sleuth, I recognized the face. I was like, wait a minute. I'm glad I saw that because I was telling you guys all wrong. It wasn't the
fake news. Fake news. Chad Prather delivering fake news.
It was the non-binary. And you gotta expect to get confused with this crap, man.
Yeah, they're confused. Why can't we be?
Okay, see now I was like, wait a minute. I thought that was the chick who was the superintendent that did the firing. The other freak show doesn't work for the park. Okay.
All right.
I need to do the watermelon challenge.
I think you might have already done it or something.
This is why I need to start drinking again. Schools are making the kids lock their phones in the bags. I think that's a good thing, actually.
This is absolutely the best thing ever. I kind of want to know how many out there in the chat have at their schools. Tell me what state it is and or what city and state in the chat that they have banned schools. I want to see where
banned phones.
Banned phones. So
yeah. Well, that's gonna hurt our internet content, Steve. You're not gonna get as much stuff to scroll.
Okay, but that's a good thing because kids are at school to learn.
Yeah.
And
So-
and some of the feedback that I've seen is that, hey, kids are paying attention in school. Well, no crap. It's kind of like, taking the phones away at the dinner table. So your kids will engage in, conversation with the family. We kind of have even with us, our little group that goes out and have dinner, we'll look up and say, hey, y'all put your phones down. We're here to, visit.
Well, they're getting their phones out of the little bags there and doing it, the little lock bags. And I was having this conversation yesterday with somebody. I said, amazingly, I made it through school without a computer. I made it through school without a phone. I made it through school with, we had a computer lounge we could go to, use the on-campus computer when I was later on in college. But it was nothing like what computers are now. You know what I mean? We didn't have cell phones. We survived. So they'll live. Hey, I need everybody to do me a massive favor today. Massive favor. And trust me when I tell you, this is a massive, massive favor. If all couple hundred of you that are watching this sucker, if you'll please text CHAD, Chad, to 989898. Maybe you've done it before. Do it again. Check out our friends over at Birch Gold. Let them send you the free no obligation information kit. Please. They are valued partners of ours. And a lot of these gold companies out there, they're really trying to get their message out. Birch is really trying to do that right now. And they are a valued partner of ours. And we want to do our due diligence to make sure that they know that we're supporting them here at the Chad Prather Show. And I need all of you guys to please text Chad to 989898. They are an A+ rated company with the Better Business Bureau. Tens of thousands of satisfied customers. And if you have that old savings account or IRA account or whatever, it's just old 401k is doing something, talk to them about transferring over to a tax-sheltered IRA that is backed by physical gold. Gold is a phenomenal way to invest in your future. And the appreciation doesn't lie. So check them out at Birch Gold. But text them, Chad, to 989898. I'm not going to promise to pay off your mortgage or anything else. I'm just telling you, text Chad to 989898. Do it today, please. Thank you. Love y'all. God bless you. Do it. Chad, 989898.
And when you do text 989898 to Chad, what they're going to do, they're going to call you.
They're going to call you because they want to get you.
Talk to them it takes about 3 minutes. Talk to them.
Yeah, they just want your address so they can send you the deal. But do it. Do it for me. If you love me, you'll do it for me today, okay? Everybody. All right, Walgreens, they are exposed for exclusively selling greeting cards for black people. Is that a new thing? I mean, I've always seen cards that were dedicated to black people. We used to buy them for my mother on Mother's Day.
Except for Father's Day cards.
See, that joke was in you so hard you couldn't get out. You were straining like a fart to hold that in, dude. You were closing your eyes. You were squeezing.
I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person.
Listen at you.
Wait a minute. Is that across all of them, or is that in certain communities? Because in certain communities, stores cater to the demographic in that neighborhood.
This is nothing new. I mean, I know everybody's going to get outraged about something, but like we used to buy my mother black greeting cards for Mother's Day, like all the time. Play the clip. Let's see what he says.
Card.
That is all.
Yo, I'm at Walgreens looking at freaking cards. Does anyone else think that this is whack?
Whack?
There's a whole section of cards for black people, and it's from Hallmark Mahogany. That's fucked up, isn't it?
That is all.
Why? I don't have a problem with it.
No, nobody.
I don't.
Does.
I could care less. I think it's kind of cool.
They've been doing that forever.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
But they don't do it for Asians. They don't have Hallmark ivory.
Oh, that's true.
They don't.
Hallmark white.
Yeah. Hallmark.
The Caucasian.
Hallmark blinding light.
Caucasian cards.
Yeah. Speaking of black things, Trump ordered the Border Patrol to paint the wall black so to get hotter in the sun. That ain't going to stop nothing.
No, that's not going to stop anybody. You paint it to keep it from rusting, I guess. really. It's not. I don't think that's the purpose of them.
There's Christy Noam down there running her. Never mind. I can say she's down there on the pole. She's got a paint roller.
I don't see a problem with greasing it. Why not grease it?
They get over that too.
Yeah.
They get over all this stuff. You're going to do it. But, I mean, it's going to make it hot. I mean, this will be the first. I mean, I'm sure the Democrats are up in arms, which they never disagreed with anything that's black in their life, but they'll disagree with this. They'll.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
You ain't stopping the Mexicans from getting over a wall.
The wall is not. It's not meant to stop everybody, but it's a good deterrent.
It slows you down. It's a deterrent. Yeah, we know that. That's the whole deal. It's too hot to
walk
climb.
Up there with a cutting torch and cut one of those things out, and everybody could go through.
Yeah, but
hopefully by then the Border Patrol will be there.
Well, they I can't keep watching the same clip over and over. It's making me sick. Too many those lines going through there. I want to have a little anime seizure there. Scott Jennings, this is a good clip. I love Scott Jennings, dude. He just lives for this stuff. He's so good at it. He makes a great point in this clip right here about judging America by its darkest chapters or its mistakes. Play this clip.
My personal view is slavery was a reprehensible institution. I agree with your words that it was our original sin. We also fought a war to eradicate it and to get over it as a country. And that was a necessary thing that happened, and a lot of people died, and we did eradicate it, and that's a good thing. I think what he's asking is, in our museums, what defines us? Are we going to be defined by the worst moment or the worst institution or the worst mistake we ever made? Or are we going to be defined by what we've done moving forward to get over it and to become the greatest nation on the earth? My belief is that he wants to look at these museums, not because he wants to do away with the idea that slavery occurred, but that he wants to ask a very simple question. Are we going to present ourselves as being exceptional or not? And I think he believes there is an effort by some to continue to try to define us from our worst moment instead of to try to focus and define us based on our best moments, which started when we eradicated slavery and began to move forward as the light of the world. And so that's what I think.
Museums, that's what makes us an exceptional nation, is because they tell the history and the story of our country, and therefore, these horrible, horrific moments in our history. The original sin, as Abby talked about, when it comes to slavery, has, we of course did eradicate it, but look where we've come today. And I think those museums, like to your point, make America exceptional, and in museums all around the world that document atrocities, whether it be, from Nazi Germany to eradicating slavery here in the United States, you have to learn the lessons of the past, and to deny it is to defend it.
I don't think he's denying it, and Bachi may want to comment on this as well, but I think what he wants to ask is a simple question. As we present our history, are we spending most of our time focused on something terrible? Are we going to spend more time as we enter our 250th anniversary focused on what this country has done to improve the lives of every single person who lives here? We are the light of the world for a reason, because we're an improving commodity.
And then the head started exploding. I mean, he makes a great point. You can't add anything else to that. He's right. I mean, you can learn from your history. You can talk about the history. Well, here's what happened here. Here's what went down. Let's not repeat this. But he's right. I mean, most of the stuff is talking about, you go into that museum, as we talked about earlier, I think Monday, is you're going to talk about the oppression and the victimhood and the things that were done, and it's horrible. We should remember those things, but you also got to praise what was done to fix it.
I don't have a problem with the museums and stuff, because there's probably, there's cultures and stuff we don't know anything about because their enemy destroyed every living proof that they were ever existed.
You just can't engage in artifacts, whatever's in a museum, if it's an artifact, and then have a revisionist history that's not telling the truth, or that's glorifying one aspect of it without telling the full scope. You know what I'm saying? The whole counsel of the history there. So I agree with what he's saying. But I agree we should also, show future generations what happened. Yeah. This is what happened, but let's tell it right.
So when the U.S. is taken over by Muslims, are they going to leave our history here?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just curious.
Completely eradicated, buddy.
Yep.
Which I go back to my opening monologue. If you missed it, you need to go back and watch that first 10 minutes talking about freedom is never more than a generation away from extinction and what we got to do today to protect that. MSNBC, look at them trying to come along and be something.
I thought they changed the name. It's MS.
No, they're starting that in October.
Okay, I'm just
it's MS Now starting in October.
You would think they would start it now.
Yeah, you would think, but yeah. Well, you know how it goes with rebranding. It takes time, Steve.
Yes.
We're rebranding around here, and it takes time and energy.
September 1st.
Let's play the clip.
See, the Democrats are trying to find their footing, and it's quite embarrassing, actually. I mean, Gavin Newsom, I mean, have you seen what he's doing online? And say, just take a deep breath. Yeah. Don't try to turn the ship 180 degrees and they don't know what to do. I have a good idea. Instead of trying to school Donald Trump, talk into the camera about affordability. Talk about making groceries more affordable. Talk about what you're going to do for housing. Talk about what you're going to do for energy prices that continue to go up. We heard the congressman yesterday talk about energy prices skyrocketing in New Jersey. Don't try. As I've been saying, Donald Trump's not on the ballot in 26. He's not on the ballot in 28. Why try to drag Muhammad Ali in the ring when you got Chuck Wepner standing right in front of you? And Wepner's a bleeder. He's a bleeder. You want him. So
here's the thing. Let's stop it. So here's the thing. So you got Joe, Morning Joe. And Joe, who has run Trump down the rail. I mean, just gone. I mean, he went after him. They used to be buddies or whatever. And now he sees that the Democrats in California, Gavin Newsom, is a sinking ship. I mean, it's on fire.
Yeah, he's seen what has happened to his colleagues as well.
Yeah, it's a dumpster fire. And so now he's coming back around trying to, peddle this crap. So I'm not giving him any amnesty either. He's not wrong on this deal. That Gavin Newsom is the governor of an absolute train wreck in California. But you're going to keep going after Trump. Again, you're not running against Trump, dude. If you do run for president in 28, you're not running against Trump. So, it's a waste of time. Fix your state, bro.
Do you think the people in the train wreck know that they're in a train wreck, though?
A lot of them do.
Used to being screwed by a
lot of them do.
Government.
Yeah, a lot of them do. We've talked to a lot of those people out there, and they're like, well, there's nothing we can do. We believe in taking our state back. And I think there's a chance that California could come back around. I believe in that. Bed Bath & Beyond, their executive announces the retail chain will not run any stores in the state of California. California's created one of the most overregulated, expensive, and risky environments for business in America. And so he said, meanwhile, you got those clapbacks from Gavin Newsom, social media managers. Totally makes sense, right? So, I mean, Bed Bath & Beyond hadn't been doing all that great, I don't think.
I was going to say, they have shut down.
Stores.
I think they've shut down several stores in Texas.
They do a lot of them. I think most of them. I think all they are now is pretty much online. Yeah. But any place there's retail, they're not doing any more stores in California.
Stores I didn't mind going in from time to time.
I kind of wish we still had some around here because every now and then I don't like buying everything on the internet. If I'm buying sheets, I want to touch those suckers. I want to rub them on my naked body. And that's why I got kicked out of Bed Bath & Beyond. I like to feel the towels on my naked bum. And when you're on aisle 4 and you're scraping your butt with a new towel.
The last set of 2 sheets I've ordered, bed sheets I've ordered were online, and I hate them.
Well, I got some nice ones now, buddy.
I need some. I don't want those that you slide off of. Remember, like the
I got different ones
cotton
now.
ones or what?
No.
What are the best sheets? Tell me what the best sheets are.
I got them from the Sleep Number Company. I got me some. They're not even sheety.
They're not sheety.
They're not sheety. You'll have to come see them, Steve. I'll let you roll around on them once.
All right.
Naked. You'll probably come in and fall on them like you did on your Jeep. Pull that clip back up again.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, let's do it again.
I'm sitting here wiggling in my seat thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
It is. It's like right above my hip.
Yeah.
My shoulder. So.
Now that more people are on the show, we got to show them that clip. Pull it back up here. There it comes. Here it comes. There he is.
Got to have that volume on it, too.
Play that clip.
That makes it funnier.
Ouch.
Ouch. I love it so much, Steve. You crashed right into the party foul.
Yep.
Bam.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
And you managed to not drop any tools.
I didn't drop a thing. That's what I think. I was carrying I had a gun vise, like a drill, and like 2 or 3 other things. I'm trying to do it all in one trip.
I love it so much, dude. You got that thing. Looks like you just got that vice caught on your peener wiener.
Yeah, I probably did.
Yeah.
It was nothing I could do. I just had to fall.
I need you to be careful, Steve.
Yeah.
What you got hanging on a wall right there? Is that an electric cable right there?
Yeah, that's one of them retractable.
You need to come over here and work on my garage, buddy. I'll let you roll around in my non-sheety sheets from the adjustable bed company. What is it called? Yeah. Sleep Number? Yeah. All right. That illegal alien truck driver that we were talking about that killed 3 failed not only the English test. He provided correct responses to 2 of 12 verbal questions and only accurately identified 1 of 4 highway traffic signs. And
they still issued him a license. I want whoever did that should be held responsible.
Gavin Newsom,
right?
Sanctuary, California, dude. And I've read enough stuff on this now. I think that he might have been working for like a family company, like his family, somewhere he was connected. But send him to Uganda.
Did we ever find anything about the bridge that collapsed in Arkansas?
Yeah, it's a different guy.
It is definitely different?
Yeah, different guy.
That name, though,
there's a lot of sings, dude. So. Play the clip.
Dana, 28-year-old Harjinder Singh is expected back in Florida later this week to face state charges of vehicular homicide. He's currently being held in California without bond. He appeared in court yesterday with the help of an interpreter. He agreed to sign paperwork for his extradition, and Florida authorities must pick him up by August 27. Singh was driving on Florida's Turnpike last week when authorities say he attempted an illegal U-turn, blocking oncoming traffic. A minivan slammed into the trailer, killing 3 Florida residents inside. Following the wreck, investigators with the U.S. DOT gave Singh an English language proficiency test. According to a DOT press release, the driver failed the assessment, providing correct responses to just 2 of 12 verbal questions and only accurately identifying 1 of 4 highway traffic signs. Because Singh, who entered the U.S. from Mexico in 2018, is an asylum seeker from India, the DOT says Washington State violated federal guidelines by issuing him a full-term commercial driver's license in 2023. And they believe New Mexico State Police may have failed to assess his English skills during a roadside inspection. Additionally, the DOT says it's investigating whether California acted within federal guidelines when it issued Singh a limited-term CDL in 2024.
I'm telling you, be careful on the roads, folks. If this is what you got.
It doesn't take English to know that you shouldn't be turning in that U-turn place.
Well, I'm looking in that dude's eyes, and I'm like, he ain't 100% there.
No.
He ain't 100% there. There's something else going on. I'm looking in your eyes right now, too, Steve.
Yeah, look at my eyes. Tell me what I'm thinking, where I think.
I'm just trying to see if you're 100% there. Maybe you knocked your brains out with the watermelon challenge when you fell into your Jeep.
Maybe so.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, can we go back to the earlier clip of that girl with the big forehead, too? Can we go back, David? I'm running all over the place.
Can you put me falling down on her forehead?
Look at this girl's. That's a lot. Whoa. There's a lot. There's like, she kind of looks like, I don't want to say what I'm like.
You can say it.
Well, it sort of looks like testicles down below, and her head is the penis. Like you can't. I mean, I could control that.
The way
diagram.
the top. I see what you're saying. The way the top goes up and around.
Well, there are boobs down there. Kind of look like I gotta stop. But she couldn't even control that one eye. That's a lot happening there.
Sure, she's a lovely, lovely person.
Speaking of big forehead, 70 monks nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm not surprised. All right, I think he's going to get I think he's going to get the Nobel. When it's all said and done, Nobel Peace Prize coming his way.
Look at all those foreheads. 70,000 monks
on her forehead.
I mean, I don't know what kind of weight that carries, but they're all for it. They're all holding their Trump signs up. Trump will try to have them at the White House, and he'll be trying to give them 4 more years hats. Quite honestly, it was muddy out here. We made it. We put pavement. We got the yellow and the green and the yellow and the white. We got the flags.
Can you put that girl with the big forehead right there with the monks? Because her head looks the same.
At least they covered up. Yeah. Whew, I got to catch my breath on this whole deal. I want him to end the war in Ukraine so that Hillary will have to do it. So Hillary will have to nominate.
See if she's a woman of her word.
I nominate Donald Trump as the for the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know what qualifies a person to be able to nominate him.
If a monkey a monk can do it, then we should be able to do it.
We got to go. We're probably in so much trouble. Do me a favor. Text Chad to 989898 today. Please do that for me. I'm reminding you. Text Chad to 989898. We really, trust me when I tell you, we really need you to do it today. Okay? Today. Text Chad to 989898. All right, Steve, what's up? You good?
We have a Chamber of Commerce meeting this afternoon.
We do.
One of our local businesses. We're going to go do the ribbon cutting.
Yeah, we're going. We are going,
and I'm going to see if they'll let me hold the big scissors and you take my picture.
I'll take it.
If there's not big scissors there, I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, maybe you get out in that shop if you can stay on your own 2 feet and you can build some big scissors to bring out there.
Some plywood scissors.
Yeah. We're going to that, and then I'm speaking here in Montgomery, Texas this week, Friday, and then we got a lot of stuff going on. Go to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Party Foul, I'm encouraging everybody, man. Before the end of the month, I want them to jump on Make Wellness. Make Wellness. You can go to watchchad.com right at the top. I'm sure Steve will pop his link, too, down in the chat.
I'm going to pop it up, and then you can go to partyfoulsteve.com. It takes you straight to my page.
Yeah, all right. Daddy. And but yeah, we get everybody on the Make Wellness, on the peptides. It's a great business opportunity too. So if I got any direct sellers out there, any of those affiliate marketers that you've ever had an experience in that, and you're looking for a good opportunity, Make Wellness is the way to go. I promise you it is. Yeah. It's a good spot.
It's done me way better than any other thing that I've been. I did that. We did the advocate, the other one, the Adva something. This is way
it's a
better
million
system.
times. Million times better. Go back to the image there, David.
Oh, wait.
Check.
Oh, there we are. Perfect.
Put it up there. Let me see. Put it on this big screen there, David. You had it. Where'd it go? There we go. Put her up there. Where's our girl?
Where's she at?
Put her up there. There she is.
She's ginormous. Yeah, she fits right in with them.
Oh, my Lord.
I like how you were able to put her in one of the orange robes that quick.
Yeah. David's
got talent.
David's got skills, man. And he covered up her.
Can you hear my dog snoring over here? Probably not.
Which dog is it?
It's Cash. It's my little one. Little
bitty. Can't hear him. All right, Steve. I'll holler at you here in a little bit. We'll get together. Probably going to go to lunch here in a little bit. Steve and Ben are coming into town. All right. All right, go follow him at Party Foul Steve on all the places. As for me, I will see you guys tomorrow morning bright and early for Before the Noise. And then back here for the Chad Prather Show. We'll do a little Chad's Church, a little history lesson, a little motivation, a little tearjerker, all the stuff. But please share the Before the Noise videos. I don't know if they're on Facebook, they're on X, they're on Rumble, they're on YouTube. Share them. I really would appreciate that. That's something that I'm feeling very passionate about. It's a labor of love. People have called me a grifter for doing it. They said that I'm profiting now off of God. I am literally not making a penny by doing it, and won't. So it's true labor of love, and I enjoy doing it. But I would appreciate it if you shared them. Let's get those messages out there. WatchChad.com for all the fun stuff is. Remember, text CHAD, C-H-A-D, to 989898 over at Birch Gold. And remember our friends at AlliedOilfield.com. Share this episode if you get an opportunity. Click like. And you know what you could do? You could send the powers that be over at Rumble a little email and say, we really would like to see Chad Prather's Before the Noise get in the editor's picks in the morning. That'd be cool. Who knows? Who knows what we could do? I don't even know if you can contact those people. I don't know. But I appreciate y'all. That's what matters. You're my family, and I love you. I'm praying for you. Please pray for me. And yeah, check out my friends over at Patriot Crew as well. PatriotCrew.co. You can use promo code CHAD10. I appreciate and love you guys so much. I will talk to you in the morning. God bless you. Bye. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Chad Prather Show. It is Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing well. We got plenty to get into today. We're going to have a little fun along the way. I guarantee it. Make sure that you are hitting the like button. Hit that little thumbs up down there and subscribe to the YouTube or the Rumble channel. Do both. Leave us a 5-star rating and a review down where podcasts are offered. Make sure that you are commenting. Get in the chat. Let me see you, man. Let me see you. You know, I always do the opening monologue, and it's the one that people don't see. Just start doing the monologue at the end. Do it like Jerry Springer. Get all crazy, and then Jerry would come out with something, something wise to say at the end about how rednecks shouldn't burn their trailers down. Nobody jumps on. The people, it takes them like 15 minutes to get on the show. But here we are. I'm still going to do the monologue. You know why? Set your alarm. That's what you got to do. Tons of stuff going on in our world. You think Trump's going to get a Nobel Prize? Nobel Peace Prize. I think he deserves it. I would love to hear what you have to say in the chat. I really do think he does. I mean, the dude is ending 6 wars in 6 months. Pretty impressive. I mean, nobody, even Stephen A. Smith said nobody in any administration he can remember has done more to end wars than Donald Trump. He is a man of peace. I think you can't argue that. Trump says that he wants to go to heaven. He thinks by saving lives, maybe that'll get him in there. We can talk about that in a little bit. But here's one thing I think that you need to know, that you got to know. And if you want to hear about heaven, and how to get there, you need to be joining me in the mornings at 8, 7 Central for Before the Noise. Make sure you're sharing those. That's important stuff. We're having a good time. Give me 10 minutes of your time every morning, and I don't think you'll regret it. But here's something I want to get into. You know, there's this one thing that every conservative, and I think that's the majority of you, every conservative needs to understand. And if we forget it, well, I think the whole movement collapses. And we're maybe moving forward, but we're still very divided right now. Here's what I want to bring us back to and see if we can all make this kind of an anchor in our soul. And that is the fact that freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. Ronald Reagan said it. It wasn't just a catchy